Hello everyone. In the previous session we are solving the problems based on Newton forward difference method. So in this session let me continue two more problems in the same method. Afterwards I'll continue with the backward difference. So here is the problem, ninth problem. From the following data, find the number of students who obtained the marks between 40 and 45. So compared to previous problem, it is quite different. We need to find the number of students who obtained the marks between 40 and 45. Here, in a given data, you can clearly note that marks are given in terms of class interval, whereas number of students is given as it is. So number of students is none other than F values. But in order to construct the forward difference table, we need to require X values, right? But here we don't have X values. We cannot extract the middle value for X value here. Why? Because here marks are given as a class interval. We have to find the marks obtained by the student who are in between 40 and 45 mark. So for that reason, so we have to construct either in terms of less than or in terms of greater than. So I'll just construct with in terms of marks less than. So mark less than. So here mark less than meaning is, see what is the first interval you have, 30 to 40. Next 40 to 50. So 30 to 40, either you can construct mark less than 40. When you're constructing less than table, you have to write 40 here. Suppose if you're constructing greater than table, you have to write 30 here. So I'm constructing marks less than table, so you can write 40. Next mark less than 50, mark less than 60, mark less than 70, mark less than 80. Now to write the frequency, that is X value, mark less than X is none other than X values. So these are the corresponding Y values. So it is not a frequency exactly, it is Y values. So Y value is none other than number of students. Number of students. Here you can remember that here what I have listed is marks less than 40. So 30 to 40, less than 40 in the sense it is 31 member only. So first value will be 31. Next thing is 40 to 50 in the sense mark less than 50. See 40 to 50, 42 students are there. Marks between 40 to 50 is 42 student. But what I have written is mark less than 50 mark. 50 mark in the sense 30 is also less than 50. Am I correct? So you have to add 42 to the 31. So 42 plus 31 will give you 73. Similarly, mark less than 60. See here, 60 in the sense 50 to 60, how many members are there? 51 members are there. So mark less than 60 means it is less than 50. Obviously, it is less than 30. So you have to add all these three values. So 51 plus 42 plus 31. It is 124. Next, mark less than 70. So 60 to 70, how many members are there? 35. So all these members are less than 70 only. So you have to add all these values. So if you add all these values, you will get 159. Next, mark less than 80. Mark less than 80 means 70 to 80, how many members are there? 31. So all these members are less than 80 only. So less than 80, you have to add all these values. So if you add, you will get 190. So make sure that you are constructing mark less than table. So you have to consider these values in terms of less than. So just now I have explained. So this is the X values and this is the Y values. Now we have to find mark less than, that is who obtained a mark between 40 and 45 we have to find. So first is we have to find mark less than 40. First value is marks less than 40. But you can note that in the table itself we can obtain mark less than 40. How many members are there? Mark less than 40, it is 31. So meaning is at X is equal to 40, Y value is 31. See, at X is equal to 40, Y value is 31. So 31 members are the number of students whose marks is less than 40. Is I'll just write one statement. Therefore, 31 students score marks less than 40. Clear? Next we need to find 45. Number of students who score mark less than 45. Between 40 and 45 we are finding. For that we have to find first number of students, since we have constructed mark less than table. So number of students who obtain mark less than 40, it is clearly given in the table itself. So now let me calculate for 45. Marks less than 45. So for mark less than 45 you have to take X is equal to 45. So when X is equal to 45, you look at the values of X. Do we have 45 in this column? We don't have 45. So we have to consider X as 45 and we have to construct the forward difference table. So let me construct forward difference table here itself. So delta Y represent first forward difference of these two. That is 73 minus 31 will give you 42, 124 minus 73, 51, 159 minus 124, 35, 190 minus 159, 31. Second forward difference is delta square y. Now you have to take sub difference or subtract. 51 minus 42 is 9. 35 minus 51 minus 16. 31 minus 35 minus 4. Next third forward difference is delta cube y. Minus 16 minus 9. Minus 16 minus 9 is minus 25. Minus 4 minus of minus 16 is minus 4 plus 16 it will become. So you will get 12 here. Next fourth forward difference is delta power 4 of y. So delta power 4y is difference of these two values. So 12 minus of minus will become plus. 12 plus 27 is 37. Fine. So once you construct the forward difference table, we can find the value. Here you can clearly note that 45, x is equal to 45 is near to 40. So that is why I have constructed the forward difference table. Now we have to use the formula up to delta power 4y. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either you can use up to delta power 4 or you can write in a formula at least 5 terms you need to write. So let me write down the formula as already done. So this is the formula, that is Newton forward difference interpolation formula. So I have written up to del power 4y. Why? Because we have del power 4y terms. Now we have to substitute the terms. Before that, let me write the value. P is equal to x minus x naught divided by h. As I already explained this, x is none other than unknown value. Here unknown value is 45. So x is equal to 45 minus x naught. X naught is the first value of x column. It is 40 divided by h is common difference. So in every data it is observed that common difference is 10. So when you do this, you will get 0.5. So p value is 0.5. Now let me make a list of all the values. Y naught is the first value. It is 31. Similarly, delta y naught, first value of delta y, it is 42. Delta square y naught, first value of delta square y, it is 9. Next, delta cube y naught, it is minus 25. Next, delta power 4 of y naught, it is first value of delta power 4y, it is 37. So once you listed all the values, it is easy. You need to substitute everything. So I'll just do here. Y is equal to y naught is 31 plus p is 0.5 into delta y naught is 42 plus p is 0.5 into 0.5 minus 1 divided by 2 factorial into delta square y naught is 9. Fine. Next term, 0.5 into 0.5 minus 1 into 0.5 minus 2 divided by 3 factorial into delta cube y naught is minus 25 plus last term 0.5 into 0.5 minus 1 into 0.5 minus 2 into 0.5 minus 3 divided by 4 factorial into delta power 4 is 37. So whatever the data is there, just I have made a substitution. Now we need to simplify this. As usual, use the calculator as I already explained clearly in a previous problem. Please go through that. So first term as it is 31 plus 0.5 into 42, 21. Now if you simplify this whole term, you will get minus 1.125. Simplify this term, you will get plus of minus 1.5625. Similarly for last term you will get plus minus 1.4453. So once you simplify all these expression, you will get y value as 47.8 at x is equal to 45. Fine. So this is none other than number of students who obtain mark less than 45. So do we have a fractional value? Number of students cannot be equal to decimal. Right? Number of students must be equal to whole number. So let me approximate this as 48. Therefore, the number of students who obtain mark less than 45 is 48 members, right? 48 members score marks less than 45. But what we need to find is the number of students who obtain marks between 40 and 45. Therefore, the number of students who obtained marks between 40 and 45 is, so you can clearly see here 31 students scores mark less than 40. Fine. So in the second case, what we have done, number of students who obtain mark less than 45 is 48. So we need to calculate in between 40 and 45. So we have to subtract these two values, right? So you will get 48 minus, because it is number of students who obtain mark less than 40 is 31. So 48 minus 31 will be 17 students. So 17 students obtain the marks between 40 and 45. Fine. See, I'll just tell you the logic. 31 students score mark less than 40. Less than 40 meaning is below 40, 31 members are there. And number of students who score mark less than 45. Less than 45 in the sense within 45, 48 members are there. So we need to subtract this value from this to get number of students who obtain marks between 40 and 45. It is 17 students. Hope so it is clear, right? Please try to take running notes. Here is the next problem. From the data given below, find the number of students whose weight between 60 and 70. It is similar to the previous one. Here weights are given in terms of class interval and number of students is given. We need to find the number of students whose weight is in between 60 and 70. For that we have to construct less than table, right? So let me do here. So I'll just write weight less than. Weight less than. So here 20 to 40 is there. So I have to write less than 40, less than 60, less than 80, less than 100, less than 120. Now as it is, so it is x value, y value is none other than number of students. So as I already told you, see here 20 to 40, 250 members are there. Now less than 60 in the sense 20 to 40 is also less than 60. So you have to add 120 with 250. So 120 plus 250 is 370. Next, less than 80. Less than 80 in the sense 60 is also less than 80, 40 is also less than 80. So you have to add all these three values, 100 plus 120 plus 250. It will give you 470. Similarly, less than 100 in the sense all the 80 value, 60 value, 40 value is also less than 100. So you have to add all these values, 70 plus 100 plus 120 plus 250. That will give you 540. Similarly, less than 120 in the sense all these values are less than 120 only. 50 plus 70 plus 100 plus 120 plus 250. It will give you 590. Fine. Now we need to construct a forward difference table anyhow. Before that, let me find. See here, we have to find the number of student whose weight is in between 60 and 70. Right. So I'll just write weight less than 60 we have to find out. Why? Because we have constructed less than table. See the table, do we have 60? Yeah, we have. So less than 60, how many students are there? 370. So at x is equal to 0, at x is equal to 60, y value is 370. Meaning is that number of student whose weight less than 60 is equal to 370 members are number of students whose weight is less than 60. Now we have to find less than 70. Do we have 70 in this column? We don't have. So 70 is nearer to 40 compared to 120. 70 is nearer to 40. So we have to construct forward difference table. So I'll just write here weight less than 70, meaning is x is equal to 70. We have to calculate corresponding y value. So first, before that, let me construct difference table. First difference 370 minus 250 120. Next 470 minus 370 100. Next 540 minus 370 70. 590 minus 540 50. Next second difference is delta square y. 100 minus 120 is minus 20. 70 minus 100 is minus 30. 50 minus 70 is plus 10. I'm sorry, it is minus 20, right? Yeah, minus 20. 50 minus 70 is minus 20. Next, delta cube, third forward difference, minus 30, minus 20. Minus 30, minus of minus will become plus. So it is minus 10. Minus 20, minus 30. Minus of minus is plus 30. See here, minus 20, minus of minus 30. Minus 20, minus minus is plus 30. So we'll get plus 10 here. Next, fourth forward difference, it is delta per 4y. 10, minus of minus will become plus 10. So it is plus 20. Fine. Now we have to write the Newton forward difference interpolation formula up to delta power 4y. So let me write the formula. So this is the formula I have written up to delta power 4 of y naught. Fine. Or else you can count the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. Fine. Now p value we have to calculate. X is none other than 70 minus x naught is the first value. It is 40 divided by h is the common difference. You can note that 100 minus 80, 20, 80 minus 60, 20. Everywhere 20 is the common difference. So if you simplify, you will get p value as 1.5. Now let me make a list of all the values. Y naught is the first value of y. It is 250. Similarly, delta y naught is the first value of delta y, 120. Delta square y naught is the first value of delta square y, it is minus 20. Delta cube y naught, it is the first value of delta cube y, it is minus 10. Delta power 4 of y naught is the first value, that is 20. Now we have to substitute all these values in the formula so that you will get y is equal to y naught. Y naught is 250 plus p. P is 1.5 into delta y naught is 120 plus p is 1.5 into 1.5 minus 1 divided by 2 factorial delta y is 120 plus p is 1.5 into 1.5 minus 1, 1.5 minus 2, 1.5 minus 2 divided by 3 factorial into delta cube y naught is minus 10. I'm sorry, delta square it is, right? I have missed one term. Yeah, it is delta cube only. See here, delta square is minus 20. It is not 120, minus 20. Now delta cube y naught is minus 10. Next last term plus 1.5 into 1.5 minus 1, 1.5 minus 2, 1.5 minus 3 divided by 4 factorial into delta power 4 is 20. It is minus 20. Now let me simplify. Use the calculator. So you will get y is equal to 250 plus 1.5 into 120. When you multiply 1.5 with 120, you will get 180. Plus simplify this term. You will get minus 7.5. Third term, you simplify this term. You will get plus 0.625. Plus last term, you simplify last term, you will get 0.4687. Fine. Now when you simplify throughout, you will get 423.59375. Since we are calculating the number of students, right? So it cannot be decimal, that is number of students whose weight lies between 60 and 70. So number of students cannot be in decimal. We can approximate it as 424. Why? Because it is 59. When it is above above 5, you have to approximate it as next number. So it is 424. I'll just write one statement. Therefore, the number of student, what it is, whose weight less than 70 is 424 members. Now we have to calculate the number of students whose weight lies between 60 and 70. Number of students whose weight lies between 60 and 70. As usual, we have to subtract, right? Which is equal to 424 minus, what is the value here it is 370. So when you subtract, you will get in between value, that is 54. Therefore, the number of students whose weight lies between 60 and 70 is 54 members. First, what we have calculated is from the table itself, directly it is visible. Number of students whose weight less than 60 is 370 members. Whose weight less than 70 is 424. We have calculated by difference formula. So we need in between value. So we have subtracted this. Just a logic. So this completes the problems on Newton forward difference method. Now let me go for Newton backward difference method. So as usual, I have given a formula for Newton forward difference method. So here is a formula for backward difference method. Everything will be same, but we are using nebula or reverse delta for in place of delta, and in place of y naught we have used yn, and p into p minus 1 we have in the forward difference formula. So in the problem I have used the formula. You just compare the terms so that you will understand well. So in place of y naught we have yn in a backward difference. In place of delta y naught we have delta yn. In place of delta square y naught we have reverse delta. Delta will be replaced by reverse delta, that is backward difference operator, and p into p minus 1 will become p plus 1. Wherever you have minus it will become plus, wherever you have delta it will become reverse delta, and wherever you have not it will be n, that is last term. Fine, rest of the thing will be same, and p value also differs. In forward difference you use x minus x naught by h, in backward difference we use x minus xn by h. I am just giving a comparison in order to memorize. Fine, and as you already familiar, forward difference is used when the value is nearer to the first value, right? So here you can, in this problem I'll give you example. See here, 45 is nearest to first number, that is why I have used the forward difference and constructed the forward difference table. And this method will be useful when the given value is to the last value, nearer to the end value. So then we can use the backward difference formula. Remember, operator here is nebula or reverse delta, and p value will be x minus xn by h. Wherever you have minus, except in p calculation, everything will become positive. So this is what the Newton backward difference interpolation formula. Again, notes will not be forwarded. Soon after completion of 10th problem, you just put an heading Newton backward difference formula and copy down this. Next, let me solve problems on Newton backward difference formula. So here is the first problem. It is important. It is asked in the year 2019, 16 and 18. Estimate f of 7.5 from the following data. Here we need to just memorize the standard form, that is y is equal to f of x format. Here f of x is none other than f of 7.5. So here x value is 7.5. And you can clearly note that 7.5 is nearer to 8 than 1, right? So 8 is the nearest value to 7.5. That is 8 is the last value, right? So I'll just write one statement. Solution, x is equal to 7.5 is near to the end value, that is 8. Therefore, we use Newton backward difference interpolation formula. Newton backward difference interpolation formula. Why? Because this value is near to end value, that is 8. Fine. Now in order to use the formula, first we need to construct backward difference table. For that, as usual, let me make a list of x and y values. So just I have listed x values 1, 2, 3 to 8, and corresponding y values I have written 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, 216, 343, 512. So once you written x and y value, let me calculate backward difference. First backward difference, that is nebula y. So 8 minus 1, as usual. 8 minus 1 is 7. 27 minus 8, 19. 64 minus 27, 37. 125 minus 64, 61. 216 minus 125, 91. 343 minus 216, 127. 512 minus 343, 169. Similarly, second backward difference, that is nebula square or reverse delta square y. 19 minus 7, 12. 37 minus 19, 91 minus 60, that is 61. So you will get 30. 127 minus 91, 36. Similarly, 169 minus 127, you will get 42. Now, third backward difference, 18 minus 12, 6. 24 minus 18, 6. 30 minus 24, 6. 36 minus 36, 42 minus 36 is also 6. Next, fourth forward difference, delta power 4 of y, 6 minus 6 is 0. Again 6 minus 6 is 0, 6 minus 6 is 0, 6 minus 6 is 0. Next, delta power 5, again it is 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0. Delta power 6 of y, again 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0. Next, delta power 7 of y is 0 minus 0 will be 0. Now, this is the backward difference table, but while using formula, it is enough to use, since delta power 4 of y is 0. So, if you multiply 0 into anything will be 0. So, you can truncate this value. You can neglect up to here. After neglecting, what you are going to get? Delta cube y. Why? Because delta power 4y is 0. Even if you write the formula, it doesn't matter. Why? Because 0 into anything will become 0. So, this term you truncate, you write the formula up to delta cube y. So, I have given a formula. You just go through the formula formula list and write down the formula. Formula is given by, I'll just write the formula up to delta cube y. F of x is equal to y is equal to yn. Why? Because backward difference. Plus p into the reverse delta yn plus p into p plus 1 divided by 2 factorial into reverse delta square yn plus p into p plus 1 into p plus 2 divided by 3 factorial into reverse delta cube yn. It is sufficient to write delta cube yn. Why? Because we don't have delta power 4. Suppose if you are going to write delta power 4, 0 will be there. So 0 into that term will become 0. So that is why I have written only delta cube yn. And now let me calculate p. P value is none other than x minus xn divided by h. So x is none other than unknown quantity. It is 7.5 as usual. Now xn is nothing but last value, but in the previous, that is in forward difference, x naught you have x naught in the sense first value, xn in the sense last value, so xn will be 8. So I'll just substitute here. Now difference, h is as usual difference, 6 minus 5 1, 5 minus 4 1, 4 minus 3 1, so everywhere it is 1, h is equal to 1. Now if you substitute all these values and if you simplify, you will get p value as minus 0.5. So p value is minus 0.5. Now you need to find all the values. I'll just make a list here. Yn is none other than last value in y. Y naught in the forward difference is first table. Yn is the last value. So this is the yn value. Yn is 512. Similarly, delta yn will be last value in delta y. Delta yn. So delta yn is 169. Similarly, delta square yn is last value. So delta square, reverse delta, So it is reverse delta. Reverse delta of operator also matters. Reverse delta square yn is 42. Reverse delta cube yn. Reverse delta cube yn is 6. So once you make a list, it is easy to calculate. You just substitute here. So I'll just write here y is equal to yn. Yn is the last value, 512. Plus p is minus 0.5. Minus 0.5 into delta yn. Delta yn is 169. Just a substitution. Plus p is minus 0.5 into minus 0.5 plus 1 divided by 2 factorial into reverse delta square yn is 42. Next, plus p is minus 0.5 into minus 0.5 plus 1 minus 0.5 plus 2 divided by 3 factorial into reverse delta cube y is 6. Fine. Now we need to simplify 512 first term as it is. Now multiply these two values, that is minus 0.5 into 169. You will get minus 84.5. Similarly, simplify this value. I'll show you only one value. See here, I'll simplify this. I'll show you. First you have to open the bracket, minus 0.5, close bracket, again open bracket, 0.5, that is minus you have, minus was missed there. Why? Because p is minus. So what you're going to do is minus 0 as it is, whatever you have as it is, you have to put along with the bracket. Fine. See, I'll show you once again, minus 0.5, close bracket, again open bracket, minus 0.5 plus 1, again close bracket, again open the bracket, 42 you press. Next, press equal sign, divided by 2 factorial. 2, shift this button, you will get 2 factorial. So after simplification, you will get minus 5.25. Minus 5.25 for this term. Similarly, simplify this term. I'll just show you only once. See here, last term I'm going to simplify. So what you have is minus 0.5, open the bracket, minus 0.5, close the bracket, again minus 0.5 plus 1, close the bracket, again open the bracket, minus 0.5 plus 2, close the bracket, again open bracket, 6, close the bracket, press equal sign, 3, press shift button, this button you will get factorial, press equal sign, so you will get 6. I'll just made a cross check. I'll just make a cross check here. See here, minus 0.5. Fine. Next, again open bracket, minus 0.5 plus 1, again close bracket, minus 0.5 plus 2, again close bracket, press 6, equal sign, divided by 3 factorial. So that will give you minus 0.375. Minus 0.375. While calculation, please take care of all the signs so that you will get proper answer. So y value is this. So after simplification of this expression, you will get y is equal to 421.875 at x is equal to, what is the value of x here? 7.5. So this is the required solution. Y is another than f of x, or else if you want you can write f of 7.5. F x is 7.5, that is what we read, right? F of 7.5 is 421.875. So this is the required solution. Everything will be same, only thing is formula changes, that is backward difference operator and backward table you have to construct. In the forward difference, first values will be y0 y1, delta y1, delta y0, delta square y0. But here in reverse it is last value. Remember the formula, you will get plus here. Once you remember the formula, it is very easy for calculation. Your entire statistics is based on formula only. Here is the second problem. In the problem itself, it is clearly mentioned that use Newton backward interpolation formula to find f of 84. So function is y is equal to f of x format. That is, we need to find f of 84. Here the value of x is 84, and clearly you can note that 84 is nearer to 90 rather than 40. So we have to use Newton Newton backward interpolation formula, backward difference interpolation formula. So we need to calculate at x is equal to 4. For that we have to construct backward difference table. So let me make a list of x and y values. That is, y is none other, f of x is none other than y value. So let me make a list as it is given in the problem. So once you list the values of x and y, we need to find first backward difference. It is represented by reverse delta y or nebula y. So reverse delta y is 204 minus 184. 204 minus 184 is 20. 226 minus 204. It is 22. Again 250 minus 226. 24. 276 minus 250. 26. 304 minus 276. 28. Now second backward difference, that is delta square y. 22 minus 20 is 20. 24 minus 22 is 22 minus 20 is 2. 24 minus 22 is 2. 26 minus 24 is 2. 28 minus 26 is 2. Next third backward difference, that is 2 minus 2 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. Again 2 minus 2 is 0. Again if you calculate fourth forward difference, it is also equal to 0. Next fifth forward difference, 0 minus 0 will be 0 only. So once you constructed the backward difference table, as I already told you, delta cube y is 0. So it is enough to consider up to delta square y. So we have to write the formula which contains delta square y. That is Newton, I'll just write here, Newton backward difference interpolation formula. So I'll just write up to delta square y. Newton backward difference formula as I already given, f of x is equal to. So I have written a Newton backward difference formula in terms of reverse delta up to delta square y. Why? Because delta cube of y is 0. Anyhow, if you substitute that, you will get back 0 only. So p value can be calculated by using the formula x minus xn divided by h. In place of x naught of forward difference, we need to use xn in backward difference. So x is 84 minus xn is the last value of x. It is 90 divided by h. H is the common difference. In all the cases, 10 is the common difference. So if you simplify, you will get p as minus 0.6. Fine. Now let me make a list of all the required values. Yn is needed. As I already told you, Yn in backward difference, all the last values will be Yn. So it is Yn is 304. Similarly, delta Yn is 28. Delta Yn is equal to 28. Next, delta square Yn is 2. So delta square Yn is 2. Delta cube Yn is 0. Anyhow, it is not needed. Only 3 values are enough. With this value, I can calculate Yn as 304 plus p is minus 0.6 into delta Yn is 28 plus p is minus 0.6 into minus 0.6 plus 1 divided by 2 factorial into delta square Yn. Delta square Yn is 2. Now let me simplify. So if you simplify, you will get 304 as it is. Minus 0.6 into 28 will give you 16.8. Again, plus what is the value? Third value. Third value, use the calculator. If you simplify, you will get minus 0.24. So after simplification, you will get y as 286.96 at x is equal to 84. So this will be the required value, or else I can write f of x is equal to, f of x is none other than 84. F of x is equal to, or f of 84 is equal to 286.96. So this is the required solution. Here is the third problem. It is important, which is asked in the year 2015. Estimate the population during the period 1955. So we have to calculate the population during 1955, but it is not given in the data. Fine. From the following data. So here is given, population is given. So we need to find what we need to find? X at x is equal to 1955. That is, x value is 1955. We need to find the population at this year. So this will be the unknown value. We have to take that as x. So at x is equal to 1955, we need to calculate the y value. Fine. So as usual, 1955 is nearer to 1971. Right? Obviously, if you are finding confusion, you can subtract. See here, 1955 minus first value, 1921. You will get 34 as a difference. Similarly, 1955 minus last value, that is 1971. You will get 16 as a difference. So 16 is small. Meaning is 1955 is nearer to 1971. So we have to use which is near to end value. So we have to use Newton backward difference interpolation formula. As I already told you, formula and method will not be mentioned in the examination. You should identify whether if it is nearer to given value or nearer to end value. If it is nearer, you have to use forward difference. If it is nearer to end value, you have to use backward difference. For that, let me construct the backward table. So let me write the values of x and y given. I have listed x and y values as given in the problem. Now, first backward difference, delta y. See here, x values are here and y values are here. Backward difference, first backward difference, 24 minus 20 is 4. 29 minus 24 is 5. 36 minus 29 is 7. 46 minus 36 is 10. 51 minus 46 is 5. Similarly, second backward difference is delta square. That is reverse delta square y. So, 5 minus 4 is 1. 7 minus 5 is 2. 10 minus 7 is 3, 5 minus 10 is minus 5. Similarly, third forward difference, 2 minus 1 is 1, 3 minus 2 is 1, 5 minus 5 minus 3. Minus 5 minus 3 is minus 8. Now, fourth forward difference, delta power 4, 1 minus 1 is 0, minus 8 minus 1 is minus 9. Similarly, fifth forward difference, that is delta for 5y, minus 9 minus 0, it is minus 9 only. So we need, since no term is 0 here, only one term is 0, but we have value here. So we have to write the formula, that is Newton backward difference interpolation formula up to delta power 5y. So let me write the formula. So I have written a formula up to delta power yn. Why? Because we don't have delta power 6. Moreover, we have all non-zero values. So I have written delta power. Remember, it is reverse delta. You have to write reverse delta. Even if you write delta, I mean, as usual delta, the entire meaning will change us. So it is reverse delta. That is backward difference operator. So P is x minus xn divided by h. Here the value of x is 1955. Minus xn is the last value of x. It is 1971. 1971 divided by h. H is the common difference. Obviously, it is difference is 10. So if you simplify, you will get p value as minus 1.6. Now let me make a list of the values that we need to calculate. That is yn. Yn is the last value of y. It is 51. Similarly, reverse delta yn. Reverse delta yn is the last value. It is 5. Similarly, reverse delta square yn. That is minus 5. And reverse delta cube yn is minus 8, reverse delta power 4 of yn. All the last values will be the required values. Reverse delta power 4 is minus 9. Similarly, reverse delta power 5 of yn is also minus 9. So once you list the value, you can substitute in this formula. So let me do the substitution. Y is equal to yn. Yn is 51 plus p value is minus 1.6. Minus 1.6 into delta yn. Delta yn is 5 plus P is minus 1.6 into minus 1.6 plus 1 divided by 2 factorial into delta square yn is minus 5. Next, this term. P is minus 1.6 into minus 1.6 plus 1 into minus 1.6 plus 2 divided by 3 factorial into delta cube yn is minus 8. Now, for 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4 terms finished. Now we have to do this term. I'll just continue here. Also it is visible. Yeah. Now P is minus 1.6 into minus 1.6 plus 1 into minus 1.6 plus 2 into minus 1.6 plus 3 divided by 4 factorial into delta power 4 into yn is minus 9. Fine. Plus next term, that is fifth term, minus 1.6 into minus 1.6 plus 1 minus 1.6 plus 2 minus 1.6 plus 3 minus 1.6 plus 4 divided by 5 factorial into delta power 5 is minus 9. Clear? Now use the calculator, simplify. So 51 as it is. Next minus 1.6 into 5. You have to multiply these two terms. You will get minus 8. Similarly simplify this whole term. You will get minus 2.4. Similarly simplify this term. You will get minus 0.512 as already shown in calculator. So similarly simplify this. You will get minus 0.2016. Use calculator. Simplify last term. You will get minus 0.09676. So after simplification of this entire expression, if you want, I'll show you this expression. Whatever you have, you just type as it is. 51 minus 8 minus 2.4 minus 0.512 minus 0.2016 minus 0.09676. So that will give you 39.7896. So this is the required y value at x is equal to 1955. Further you need to write the conclusion. Therefore, what is the required population during the period 1955? Since it is a population, so population in lakhs, that is 39.79. You cannot round up here. Why? Because it given data is in population in lakhs. In the sense it is 39 lakh 70. I'm sorry. 3,97,896. So this is the required population growth in the year 1955. Therefore, the population growth or population during the year 1955 is 39.7896. So this is the required solution. Hope so whatever I have done in this session, it is clear. Further, few more problems will be continued in the next session. Thank you.